Um,
I don't know. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's been a minute. Welcome to My Life Has Destiny podcast, where I am your host, Quint Jones, and Coco is back with y'all. She was up here yesterday talking about some stuff, and I just did not care to share. My grandson.
Mr. Inquisitive. Well, listen up, y'all. Um, I I never. By the way, Quinn, I never got up here yesterday. I ain't never make it up here. So, um, I never got up here with y'all yesterday because I didn't have the time. Ministry kind of came into play. Y'all forgive my tonnage because I need to drink me some hot tea. I need to drink me some throat coat. Um, but what is it? But I don't know. There's a lot to discuss. We can't unpack everything at once. There's been a lot going on, a lot happening. We got to talk about the conference, y'all. That's coming up. If y'all have not seen the new flyer and the Eventbrite link for it is there on my page and hers. I will be resharing it again tonight. Um, uh, is there a whole event page created for it? No.
No, there's not an event page created for it. There's just the Eventbrite where you can get your tickets, and you can go ahead and see the flyer. Um,
I'll probably end up creating an event page for it, y'all. So
yeah,
y'all,
we'll let Coco do that.
I'll probably
Um,
see that rolling out here in a few. Um, but y'all
but
will probably see that rolling in a few. Um,
yeah,
but October is literally like right around the corner. Y'all know that the months have just been sweeping right on by, and so we're just trying to get everything out, get everything where it's supposed to be, so that we're not running into no last minute stuff. Um, what did you put as the deadline to register?
so I think I put October 14th or something like that. It's gonna be like 2 weeks before the event starts. And that is because, guys, we are doing food in a formal night on the last night. We really need um,
Heck,
everyone to RSVP. We need a number. We need to make sure we have exactly what we need. So, with that being said, we got the grandson out the room. Um, Today's topic is basically, and it coincides, what are you preparing for? Because the end of the year is almost near, and there is a lot going on, and life is short for you not to live your life. Yes, serve the Lord, be obedient to God, but what are you preparing for while you're here on earth? I was in a bad car accident, totaled my car. Past couple of days, I've been fighting blood pressure. When I say blood pressure has been high, it's been high. Um, I got it down. Thank you, Lord. I've had people calling me, fussing at me, especially being a nurse. Nurses calling me that I work with. It is so important to be able to live your life in peace without a lot of stress. Take care of yourself. Self care is so important. A lot of times we feel guilty when we're doing for ourselves. When I say your no is anointed, it's anointed. When I say it's time for you to look in the mirror and say, what can I do for me today? I understand helping other people, that's a given. But what can you do to help you? What can you do to enhance the quality of your life? What can you do to invest in you? What can you do to bring some peace to you? I need y'all to think about that for a second. A lot of times we become people pleasers because that is what we're groomed to do. And when you can't do for somebody, or you don't have it to do for somebody, or you feel guilty because you chose not to do, you don't have to do all that. And you don't have to make an excuse for your no. Listen, what I'm learning, and I was telling Coco, I said, when people disappoint other people, I will no longer put my 2 cents in it because it has nothing to do with me. Because that's how you end up feeling like, dang, why did I step in? Or dang, people are ungrateful anyway for what you try to do. Like, mm-mm. My no is a no. It's not that I don't have it. I just don't have it to give to you at this point. Or I choose not to give it to you at this point. I don't have to make an excuse for it. I work hard to get the things that I have and to do the things that I want to do. So I don't have to make an excuse on why I choose not to take my hard earned money to benefit you. So, what are you preparing for in this season? And how are you preparing for it? Because listen, shopping when you already got clothes in your closet, I'm talking to myself, it's not helping you. What are you doing to truly enjoy life and to enhance the quality of your life? Those are the type of questions I want you to ask yourself. What are you doing to give yourself some peace? Are you upset because something didn't happen when you thought it was supposed to happen? Timing is everything. I had to make some decisions behind this car accident, but timing is everything. I did not get discouraged. I did not get upset. I said, I just got to wait. There's something about that divine wait that will help you to get to where you need to be. It's something about God's timing that won't stir you wrong. So in this season, when God say not right now, because all things happen for a reason, and it's how you take it is what's going to manifest what you really need to do. Because what I wanted to do might not have been what God wanted me to do at that time. So things happen, and it's okay. So what did the Lord just save you from in this season? Because you couldn't get to where you wanted to be when you wanted to do it. Think about it. Coco, chime in, because you real quiet.
I was just letting you finish. Like,
You real
oh,
quiet, y'all.
um, it is a lot, you guys. You guys. I don't think sometimes. I don't think you guys really understand kind of like what we deal with. You know, we do have everybody got lives outside of their what you see. You know, people love to eat up social media. I get it. That's your thing. You know, we like social media, but we don't live for it, right?
Hey,
Um,
Auntie Brenda.
hey, long time on my part. Um, but we like social media, but we don't live for social media. Let me put
Right.
it that way. And it's something when you see so much happening in the world. You want to see, you still one of those people that want to see things change. Um, you can't expect people to have your same mindset, and a lot of people won't. Like, there's a lot of instances where me and Quint we do think alike, but even in the think alike, the way she has it in her mind may not be the same way I got it in mine until we have a conversation about it to put it together. And then we make it into something, right? And that's what we do. And that's the same thing with the world today. You have a lot of people who's sitting back watching all everything happen and they mind watching the world collapse in front of them. But what are you doing about it? What are you doing about what you say you see? What are you doing about what you say is affecting you? Because it's sometimes you may not be able to do anything about what you're seeing as the big whole collaborative. But what are you doing about the things that you see that are affecting you? Now that part you can change, right? And so what are you doing about that? And I just realized that even in that, some people get up ain't the same as my get up.
Right.
Baby, I get up and I go with a bang. Like, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be in this place again. And if I say that, I mean that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's one of the things that I so mean. Um, and because you find yourself in situations that you be like, oh, this is a cycle trying to start. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not producing them type of cycles. We
Mm-hmm.
got to do something different. And so, in your doing something different, what are you really doing? Like, Quint, she got in her accident, right? Same thing with my babe. He got in one too. I had to pivot. So in that immediate pivot, I didn't even think twice about it. I knew that I was losing a part of income. So in that part of income that I knew I was getting ready to lose, I took the rest of my savings and paid my bills up for almost a year. And then, while that year was going on, of course, my focus went on work at that time. I'm like, word, my focus had to be put on him for a minute. And so
Mm-hmm.
I did what I had to do. But I knew that time, that 7, 8, 9 months that I had paid up all my bills for, it was gonna stop.
Mm-hmm.
Bills were gonna come back, and I was gonna have to pay them again.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that, you still have to get yourself to a point of where, and I thank God that I had it, that I could do that, right? Everybody don't have that. Everybody
Right.
don't have savings saved up where you could go and do that if something happened.
Mm-hmm.
And and not only that, my sister will tell you that I was able to go get another car too at the same time. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't wait on I didn't wait on my insurance.
Right.
I need a car and I need it right now. I was having people taking me back and forth to the hospital every day, and
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't keep doing that because now I'm waiting on other people's time. And it's not that I wasn't grateful. I'll always be grateful for the ones that chose to help, but it
Mm-hmm.
was also me impeding their time because they're waiting for me to go and spend my hours and then having to come back and get me back home.
Right.
So to keep me from not having to pay for cabs that I couldn't afford at the
Mm-hmm.
time. Cab rides and Ubers are expensive,
Yes, they
right?
are.
And so if I had to do 2 and 3 Ubers a day, just imagine that, right? I was already having to eat at the hospital every day, and all that type of stuff. Just because I knew I had to eat, and if I didn't eat, I knew that certain people would show up at my front door. So to keep all of that down because I didn't want to deal with all of that at the time, I got up off of my get up and I had to go do something. No matter what I felt like, no matter where my head was at the time, I knew I still had to keep living life,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, and because I had it in my head, and thank God, that I had the type of faith to do that. That listen, he gonna come home.
That's right.
But when he come home, he gotta have something to come home to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And a lot of times we don't think that far. When people get in certain types of situations and things go to happening, a lot of people forget about life for real. And you can't forget about life because life's still gonna be there even after it's over, right? And so I had to really, really put that into perspective. I thank God that when I was going through that thing, I had the right people around me. Because if I would have had the wrong people around me, it wouldn't have been so much, right? And so when you're going through certain types of situations, I think it's really important that you have the right people around you, not just people, but the right people.
That's right.
Because people can be there. That's great. That's wonderful. But the right people make a difference. And
That's right.
so I think that that's one of the biggest things. Again, y'all know who y'all real how who your real folks are, because again, all I did was pick up the phone and say, sis, this what happened. She stopped and paused and pivoted quickly and was down here. Right? I done told y'all, I mean, y'all done heard our story where I told you she drove me butter three hours down the road. So she'll drive me butter. What you think she gonna do for her bro? So
That's
you know,
right.
and I mean, but it's just the pause and the pivot that you have to stop and think about. Like, hold on, wait a minute, what you say? Yeah,
And,
let me put
and that's the
so
thing, when the words say, "Will you lay down your life for a friend?" Well, this is my sister. That's my brother, and he looking up at me because he didn't realize I was there the first day, and I stayed a few days. He
mm-mm.
was like, "What is you doing here?" Like, didn't want me to see him like that. But excuse me, I was there from day one. What you mean? You my brother. I just need to hear one thing and I'll be happy. It's only two people and he started it. It's two people that call me QQ. One is a mentor and then my brother. Listen, I'm telling y'all, you gotta have the right
The
people
right
in your
people.
circle. And like she said, you have to be able to live. Like when I got into my car accident, totaled my car. By Sunday, I was able to go get a car. 3 days
Yeah,
later, my sister was like,
we already working on it. I knew she was gonna do it. You know what I mean? But it was about her choosing what I knew she wanted. You know what I mean?
right,
I know what she had her heart set on. But then when she ended up showing me what she got, I said, that ain't what we talked about. like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And sometimes it be that way. Like sometimes, life throws that little curve. It won't occur for me. She like it, she like it. She the one who
hmm,
got to ride around in and she got to enjoy it, right?
yes,
And enjoy it as long as she can. And that's
that's
what she
right,
got. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful that she got another one.
yes.
She do too much to not be able to be stagnant and stuck because she didn't have a way of getting around. And so same thing with me, it wouldn't have worked out. Like, you know what I mean? So
And
it's go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I was going to say, God gives you wisdom in
Mm-hmm.
how to do things. Now, when I first got my car, listen, and this it's not about the car, it's about the wisdom. I was working on my credit, and when I first got the first car that just got totaled, I let them pull my credit. And I was hurt after I seen my credit score. When I say it dropped my credit 100 points because they just sent it out and everybody was hitting it. Even after I had the car, people were still hitting my credit. And I was like, what the heck, sis? What's going on? And she was like, that's what happens. But this time, the Lord gave me wisdom. So I got my pre approvals. And when
Yep.
I went down there, I said, y'all ain't pulling my credit. I already have my pre approval. So this is what I want. This is how I want it. This is what I want in my car. I got everything I wanted except one thing, and I'm about to go get that done. But I promise you, this time around, it raised my credit because I did not allow them to pull it. I went and did what I needed to do, and those that did not respect what I wanted and how I wanted it, I did not use them.
Right.
So you have standards in this season. God gives you wisdom and discernment for a purpose. Utilize it. Don't settle for anything. That's even in your career. When I learned that I was an asset to the places that I go, I no longer accepted anything. And my mindset is if I leave this one, I can go find another one by the end of the afternoon. Why? Because God has anointed me to be able to do the things that I do. I love what I do. I love the place that I work. It's ministry. If I could put a smile on a person's face, baby, it's ministry. If you don't love what you do something different. If
Hmm.
every day that you walk into a place and you don't want to be there and you like, you cringing when you get to the door or when you get out your bed, there is a problem and you're staying too long. It's time for you to better yourself. Realize you're an asset. Find something else that you love to do. With that being said, because we haven't been up here for so long, I'm going to let Coco check her inbox a little
Uh,
bit.
we ain't got to check. I know what's there, and we do not have the time for that. We will be
We
up here
can
all
do
day.
a testimony. And then tomorrow, because tomorrow is Sunday, we'll come back up here. All
Yeah, we
right.
can. Okay, so
Because
that'll
I
work.
am off tomorrow.
All right,
So
so that'll work.
yeah, we can come
Um,
back up here, but we
we
can do
have
a couple
a
of
couple
testimonies.
testimonials. And these are from people that had sent us stuff in before. They have been part of our Q&A before, and so we do have some testimonials from them, and I would like to share those. Um, so hold on, let me go to it again. All right, so we have. I don't know, you guys. It's been a while.
It's been a good while.
We have the couple that where the wife was the Christian, the husband was the Muslim. We talk about them every once in a while from time to time. They wrote in to say, remember I told y'all like I don't know, it's a couple months back. I told y'all that the wife was pregnant again, and they was
Hmm.
about to have another baby. Well, that's two babies. She's actually pregnant with two. So they are
Oh,
getting
she
ready
having
to have,
twins?
yeah, she's having two.
Yay!
And so they are super excited. They're waiting to. They are really not sure of the sex of both. They do know that one is a definitely a girl, but they're not sure if the second one is also a girl, because the second one is hiding itself behind the other one. So, um, they was like they can't do a gender reveal because they don't know what to do as far as what is happening. But they said that they just wanted to keep us posted on how life is going.
Well,
Um, they did
congratulations.
that and they started a business. So um they own a real estate investment firm now. And they are just getting. They said they're just getting their footing. They said, but they hope to make a mark and leave a great legacy for their children.
Congratulations. Auntie
Congratulations.
Brenda, the inbox is
Either mine
people,
or Clint's.
yeah, people can send us direct messages in the inbox and ask questions or give testimonies or however. Most of the time people will just inbox Coco, they never inbox me. um, and they will, say how they were blessed by the show, or if they have a question when we're doing Q&A, we'll go ahead and answer the question. But it's been a minute since we've been up here, so we just needed to get up here.
Yeah. We have It's Tajay. I'm probably saying your name all the way wrong, baby, but I please forgive me. But it's spelled TJAY. So I'm gonna say Tajay because that's how it looks.
Tajay.
To you made it sound better, so we're gonna go with your version.
Okay, Tajay.
All right. Uh, yeah. um, and they say, "Hey, I've been watching you guys for the last. I've been watching you guys at least for the last year and a half. You guys have had some very interesting topics, but you also talked on some really deep stuff, and you've made a lot of sense out of things that I had a lot of questions about. I appreciate that, especially about um, church and just life. I appreciate both of you guys being so transparent and not being like most people who are not like, and not being like most people who don't allow you to have a glimpse of personal life, thinking that they were just born with everything being okay. I appreciate the fact that you tell us that it's okay to not be okay, and then you give us the nuggets of how to go and get help if help is needed. Please continue to do what you do. I am currently getting back in school to finish my last year of my doctorate, and hopefully, maybe one day I could come on and join your panel on something that you're talking about. I would love to just
Yay.
come on and say hey to you guys one day. But I want to do it when I want to do it when I have something to share with you guys so I can say thank you because you helped me along the way. Well, we appreciate you.
Yes, and
On the
congratulations.
last year, yay, yay, yay.
Yes.
I know the doctors are not easy because, honey, they've been trying to have me go back and get a doctor for a long time, and I just keep refusing it. So, um, you go right on, boo boo. All right, I encourage it, but me, I'm done. But I implore you. Tell us what your doctorate is for,
Mm-hmm.
so that when we come back on the next time, we could go ahead and congratulate you now. But tell us what the doctorate is
Yes.
for. So. And you can come on anytime. You don't have to wait,
Oh
but
yeah.
you're more than welcome to come on whenever. Um, we are going to start. Hopefully, we can start trying to reschedule shows like we used to, so that you
Mm-hmm.
guys are kind of ahead. You guys know about the shows ahead of time.
Right.
Um, yes, we are still going to talk about the topic that I said that I was going to talk about because I did not talk about it last night. I knew the topic was going to be heavy, and that's not a topic that I want to dissect by myself. I have a lot of people who said they wanted to be a part, so I'm just going to turn it into a show, a panel show. And you guys that are interested in wanting to be a part of that show, you inbox me or Quint and let me know so that we can add you as part of the panel. But it is a very sensitive topic for some people. But I think it's something that needs to be discussed and handled because it's happening more often now than what it used to happen before. And the people that are being affected now is the way that they're dealing with the trauma of it. Some people are not dealing with the trauma very well. And then you have some people that are becoming so angry enough about what happened to them and about who knew that chose not to help that their minds are snapping and they're going to degrees that people don't need to go to in order to handle the situation.
And
Um,
y'all, this what just dropped in my spirit. If y'all want us to do this in a more intimate setting like
we can
Zoom,
do it on a Zoom
we could do it on the Zoom instead of doing it
openly.
on openly, yes.
Yeah.
She did ask me to come up yesterday, and I said no because I was fighting my blood pressure and I didn't want to deal with anything that was going to cause more stress. So, um, she was like, she gonna go up, but I guess she didn't because I logged off and that was it for me.
I
But
no, well, I didn't log on last night because ministry came into play.
Okay.
So I ended up, having to go have a chit chat and kind of talk some things down, and that chit chat turned into about a 4 or 5 hour long chit chat. But we came to the common ground. It got fixed. The Lord took over, and what needed to be done was done. So,
Amen.
um, sometimes it ain't about you. Sometimes you gotta allow the parties to hear each other, which where something would normally be a screaming match. If you had the right people in the middle, sometimes that can cease and just let the parties talk it out. Um, and I think that that's important. We have talked about communication a lot up here, and communication is a very important tool. If you don't communicate, how are you supposed to know how the other person is feeling or what the other person is thinking? I'm not a mind reader, right? I don't expect Quint to know what I'm feeling if I don't tell her. Now, Quint has known me long enough though to know that if I'm feeling certain ways about certain things, I don't have to say it because she can kind of pick up on it. But if you were a stranger who didn't know me, you wouldn't know what I'm dealing with unless I told you.
Mm-hmm.
So the communication is key, right? And so, you know, if you don't communicate, I don't know how y'all function.
Right.
Just like the Bible say, um, how can we work unless two three agree? My thing is it don't work like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, because we can't be in the same work environment as I would like to say,
Mm-hmm.
and then we don't communicate at all. Our communication is hey and bye and barking orders. That ain't communication, right? And so we have to be able to get past that part as us. I love us, but us got issues.
That's right.
Okay. All right. And so when we begin to start talking about those issues, some people have problems. Baby, I don't care about the problems you got. I just want you to fix yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you got to fix that. You can't walking around having a bad attitude and think that somebody got to hire you. It's a lot of things. You got people going in for interviews and you're walking in with attitudes, and you can't go into an interview thinking you're entitled for the job.
That's
There's a
right.
difference between thinking you're entitled and being confident and knowing that when you walk in that interview that you seal the deal and you got that job.
That's right.
Two totally different types of aspects of things, and that's something more, not say that it's not our field, but our wonderful sister LHG, she can really talk to y'all about that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can talk to y'all about corporate world and how these people kind of view you when you walk inside their job establishment. One, they go based off of the first look. You walk inside these people interview looking like you going to the club,
First impressions are everything.
or everything like that.
And
They
and let me say this, because I sat amongst an interview recently, and I used to do them in the past quite often. I actually used to teach trainings on how to interview. Your body language, that nonverbal talk, is everything. And I sat there and I asked the lady a question, and the way she responded was, I would report it. And you know what that said to me? You're absolutely lying.
right,
That's what that said to me. Be careful when you go into an interview, the way you respond to a question. That first impression, it's it. And guess who did not get hired? Because that is a no. You just sat there in my face and lied. And even the other person that was in the interview picked up on it. It was like, I'm not feeling that. And another thing, if you're in or going for a position for the finances, baby, don't say you going into the position for the finances.
Right.
Have
Because
some type of passion for what you're about to get ready to walk into. Once again, if you don't love what you do and you're in it for the money, it's not going to last. Okay?
yeah, so that ain't gonna work.
Mm-mm.
Money,
Any,
they
mhm.
they could cut that. You want to
Hmm.
go into the job because you love what you do. You
That's
don't want
right.
to go in for the check. Because if they start cutting hours, then what? You
Right.
know what I mean? That means the money gets shorter. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so that's the wrong attitude to have. Yeah, and don't go into something also too. And me and my sister had to talk about this. Me and all my sisters had to talk about this actually privately. Um, that I was telling Quentin and I was telling my other older sister that I I had a contract deal with a company. Money was good, but it took my time. They know I like my time because I like to be able to be available to do stuff with them, right? I was always having to try to schedule what I was doing around the time before I knew I had to go do what I had to do with these people. That's not how I like to work. I like for my time to be my time when I want it to be my time.
Hmm.
And so I had a situation arise where me and one of the people that called themselves the boss got into it. And I was like, baby, I'm not beneath you. And you won't talk to me like that. You can
That's
kind of
right.
figure out who's gonna go run this for you because I'm not it. Um, and I stuck to it. And so in my brain, I chose, okay, I'm gonna let the contract go. I'm cool with it. It really ain't the same way I was making it. I'm sure that God gonna get a provision to make sure I'm good. But I just won't have a headache and I won't be bogged down and tired. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So sometimes you have to reassess a thing because everything that looked good may not be good for you.
That's right.
And it wasn't good for me because it was doing stuff to my body. I was barely sleeping and stuff like that. So yeah. Um I say take all of that into consideration. I don't know, maybe that's something we might have to have a show about too, is y'all learning how to prioritize time,
Yes.
mix self-care, and
Hmm.
all of that as far as your career and personal life are concerned.
That's right.
Because sometimes that can be a major problem for us all, not just some people, all of us. Like I have to constantly tell Quint to put stuff on her calendar, right? Like, cause she don't like using the calendar. Okay. And so she'll be there, forgot about, well, did you say such and such? You didn't put it on the calendar, did you? And then that'll be the first thing I say. Cause I know she did. And so sometimes you have to you gotta get that type of thing right. Because the calendar is important. Doing what me and her do on top of personal life, if we double book, yeah, now we really got to go make both of these things happen because we booked them up. We booked them both today,
Y'all,
and so
Coco is my calendar, okay? But don't get us wrong. Even when I don't, but most of the time lately I have been. But when I don't, we have been good and we normally keep our commitments. If we don't keep our commitments, something really, really happened.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we normally show up when we say we're
we
going
go.
to show up.
Yeah,
Got to be something going on for us
yeah.
not to show
Don't
up.
send us a message and say, "Hey, we would like to have your face in the place," because then we put it on the calendar, and between me and her, well, who coming to who, and then we gonna
Hmm.
hop in the car, one car, and mosey on
Exactly.
down the road. Um, and so we have no issues doing that. You know what I mean? We've had people that have reached out to us before, um, and didn't go through because y'all want us to fly to you, but we can't fly to you for free,
Right.
right? So not saying that we don't want to come, but if you want us to come, if especially out of state, there are travel expenses connected to that. Either way it goes, whether it's gas, because depending on what state, we may not have to fly, and all of that type of stuff. We don't mind, but
Right.
it's just like if we ask you to come do something for us and we take care of you, we expect the same in return.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that's just like what we got going on with this wonderful conference that we about to have. We know that we got speakers coming that don't live in the state. So you have to
Right.
take care of the folks that are coming. That's just
Mm-hmm.
the right thing to do. That's not because that's what they asked for.
Right.
Because love, the good thing about it, that when you got love with people and you got real good connection, a lot of them won't charge you.
Right.
They just be like, "What you want me to do?" You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
you being who you are, you don't take advantage of that. You be like, no,
Exactly.
I got to do something, right? And so that's how we work. We don't know. So we want to make sure that everybody is going to be taken care of and taken care of well. We like to do things with a spirit of excellence and in decency and in orders. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
around these parts. So again, next year we are telling you guys now, we are leaving the door open. If you guys want us to come out, we'll come. But we just got to set it up and set it up the right way. We have no problems. And we had already started making arrangements for us to be able to do more anyway, um, especially coming into the end of this year and going into next year because me and Quentin both said, we finna travel some more, right? Hence the reason why I'm getting these body parts and this health of mine in order to be able to roll and not have no problem. All right.
And
So telling y'all it's very important to take care of this right here. Cause this your temple, this your house. Yeah, I got a physical house, but this is my house. If I don't take care of this right here that keep me moving every day,
mm-hmm.
it won't work.
And letting us know in advance is key
Yeah.
because y'all know I do have an employer. However, they are flexible because they know I do ministry. So my scheduler normally does work with me. I just have to let her know the time that I need off. If y'all don't let us know in advance, don't expect us to come. Okay. All right. All right. Coco, any
Mhm.
more um testimonies?
Yep. We have one from Roderick. Roderick say hi. I've been watching you guys at least for the last year and a half. Um, I thank you guys for always sticking up and speaking life into the black man. I have been one of those people where I was adopted, and I was adopted into a family that didn't understand the life of a man, period. It seems like everybody in the family is a woman.
Hmm.
Not saying that I have a problem with women, but I think that in life, some women don't know how to give certain things to young men who need certain certain things growing up in life. I wish that I would have had some type of a male mentor. I did not, but I appreciate you guys speaking life into the black man. I was in a household of women who had been put down, let down, done any type of way by the man. And because I was the only man, I kind of got the blunt end of their conversations and their feelings. Um, Again, not to say that I don't love them, but I'm saying to you guys, thank you for speaking life into the black man. I wish there
Wow.
were more women who could get outside of how they have been done or things like that to still say that we are somebody. Not all of us black men will do a woman wrong. And because of that, I have had relationship issues, but in my relationship issues is because I try to tell the women that I'm with that they can do better, they can be better. Just let me be what I'm trying to be to them, and that's not the case. You want me to be one thing that I don't have the capacity to give, but the one thing I can do, you won't let me do. So in life, life has thrown its curveballs at me, but I just want to say thank you guys.
Wow.
You know what, Roderick? Um,
Hey, Sinette.
yeah, we would. Wow. Um,
Speechless. Wow.
Yeah, because this is like I know that sucks for you. I could just imagine you being in a house where marriages didn't work, a bunch of baby daddies running around, they're getting disappointed, that type of thing, and then them looking at you because they're raising you.
Hmm.
Um, and barking at you and say, "Oh, you gonna be like such and such," but you didn't come from none of them. You know what I mean? Like I can imagine how that felt. Um, and that sucks. I'm just sitting here thinking about it, like in my head, and I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's all I got. I'm sorry because that I know that sucks, and that's
Yes.
not what we're about. We love to speak life into the king of the
Yes.
house. And I just say this to you as the king that you are. Don't settle. And I see that that's what you're trying not to do, but know who you are and just continue to walk in that. I do pray that even now in your adulthood that you do get around some men who are there are some men who are still willing to mentor, right? And I
Exactly.
hope that you find that. Um, I mean, I know a group of men that mentor, but I'm not where you are. If you would like to talk to them, I could get you the information. So that's not a problem. And you guys could talk over the phone, via Zoom, whatever have you. Um, and it just depends on where you located. I may know some people where you are, but it just depends on the location. But I do have some people that do mentor, and they do mentor adult men because that's what they do. That's what they've done their whole entire lives. It's called Speaking to the King. They have a group, and it's a group of men that speak into the lives of young men. So if you are willing to talk to them, I can get you the info. But wow, I'm sorry, and I don't even know the people that raised you, but I can imagine how that
And
was.
I would say because you have been raised by a bunch of females, get you some books on scriptural books on who a man is so that you can get to know exactly who you are because you are a king and don't let nobody tell you different. So,
Yeah,
thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate you,
yeah,
but continue to be the man that God called you to be.
yeah. Because you seem like a good stand up dude. That even in the
Mhm.
midst of that, you still a stand up dude. Um, and what I was telling somebody yesterday too is that sometimes in life, the people that God give you to raise you, um, they may not always teach you what to do. Sometimes they teach you what not to do.
Right.
And so that could also be your situation. And if you've learned a lot of what not to do, baby, just do the opposite.
Right.
you know,
That's a blessing.
um, yeah, just do the opposite. It's still still a blessing in disguise.
Hmm.
That even though you didn't like it, didn't feel good. You got it in your head that I won't do what I was shown,
Right. You're
and
learning
that
in reverse.
yeah, yeah, and I had that. I had a lot of I'm not gonna do what I've seen.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah,
It's
I
just
feel
like it's just like being in the church, and a lot of people say they go through church hurt. No, you went through people hurt because a church
yeah,
can't hurt you. A church is a building. However, you learn how to treat the people by watching the other people do what they should not do, what's inappropriate to the other person. So, yes, continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to mature, continue to be the king that you are. Mm,
Oh, okay, I'm
moving
done.
on.
Yeah,
Are you
we
done?
done.
We
Yeah,
done after that. All right. So we will be up here tomorrow.
yeah,
Probably about what, 6ish?
yeah. Because I should have Because my Sunday dinner will be done at 8 by then.
All right. So we'll be up here tomorrow about 6. I'm gonna create the link once me and Coco get off. We will do some Q&A on tomorrow, but y'all don't hit us over the head too hard,
Okay.
okay? All right. It's been a while, but we're gonna do it. We appreciate y'all sticking with us. We appreciate y'all whew, bearing with us and being patient with us. Um, we appreciate y'all continuing to
Jeanette,
watch,
how are you?
looking forward to us coming up because y'all are basically our audience and we pray for y'all. Y'all are definitely ministry. If you spoke to us, you stay in our prayers. So we bless God for all of you. Coco, you got any last things? Oh, don't forget, guys, go and register for those of you that are coming out to the conference October 24th and 25th. It is in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is on Eventbrite. The exact location will be announced probably the week of. But guys, we would love to see your face in the place. Registration is $40 because we are feeding. So we would love to see you in the place. Please come out and worship with us. Y'all, I promise y'all gonna have a great time.
Yep, that was all I was gonna mention was the conference. So,
Okay.
um, oh, and then everybody that's been asking about the retreat, that is for next year. So, me and Quip will have another discussion about exactly where we're gonna have it, how we're gonna do it, and then you guys will probably get the retreat info probably in November so that you have enough time to plan for 2026 because we don't want nobody coming up last minute and said, "Oh, I didn't know it was put out in November."
Right.
Okay, got plenty of time to plan, plenty of time to pay to do whatever you need to do. All right, and that way you can tell employers, for those of you that do have an employer, yeah, this next year such and such time, because I don't know how far ahead. Some of you might have to tell y'all employers about what you're trying to do. Um, you got plenty of time to take care of all that. All right, so that'll be coming out in November though. But that's it.
And Tariq and Samuel, y'all just dropped in my spirit. I need to hear from y'all on tomorrow. Okay. Make sure I hear y'all say hey, y'all say how y'all doing something. Just show your
Will.
face in the place. All right. All right. Y'all have a great day. Coco, your motto, love you to life, love you to live, love
Oh,
every day.
my motto. Oh, okay. I thought you said your motto. I was about to say what
Did y'all
motto.
see her face?
Oh,
Did
oh,
y'all
yes,
see
I
her
told y'all to
face in
how
the
to live
place?
every day on purpose and make it count. Y'all know how that
And
goes.
guys, walk in your destiny. Y'all have a great day. Oh, you're about to get it. Oh my God.